do know more about editing than me, so any mistakes we'll make, Tom will edit out, I'm sure, somehow with his magic. Sergeant America coming at you, boom! Oh my goodness, almost dropped that one. Yeah, I am definitely happy to have the group from A Comic Book Look here with me. We got Tom Solo sitting there in back with as many beautiful reviews, of course. On demand, the Wookiee Supreme, Jon. So
I can't do that shit.
Yeah, that was good enough. That was good, yeah. Let's go ahead and get to Tom then right away, because this looked like a massive week for all of us. So what do we got?
All right, guys. So massive week, like you said. We start off on the top of the pile. We got Nick Fury 3. I'm really liking this. It's like James Bond-esque with the new version of Nick Fury, you know, the young kid. Super cool. It has the same writer who did Starman, which was one of my favorite series ever, so I can kind of see the funness of the same thing. So next up...
Wait, you know, that is Nick Fury Jr., right? So,
yeah.
So we also call it Nick Jr.
Nick Jr.
Oh!
It's for kids! Next up, Shaolin Cowboy. I never even heard of this series. Mike taught me a little bit about it, but dang, man, I am loving the art, the details, and that's the best.
Yes.
Harley Quinn, still on it. It's my daughter's favorite book, but I read it as well. I mean, I definitely enjoy it. I'm a Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palminotti fan. They're like a married couple that are sick comic creators. Then we got Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I finally saw Volume 2 last night. You know, I was the last comic fan to see it, but it was good. Not as good as this book has been. All right, and then Plastic 3, I mean, what can I say about this book?
Not a children's book.
I was going to say, not going to say anything about it because it's pretty disturbing. Jumping on, though, Nightwing, Wednesday Comics has been, Garrett, actually, from Wednesday Comics has been talking about how much he likes it. I am a Tim Seeley fan from Hack Slash, so I was super excited to get into Nightwing. This is the first issue I'm picking up, but when DC's still putting out books at $2.99, I feel like I should be buying them.
Yep.
Wildstorm, you guys know, if you've watched A Comic Book Look, that I really love this book a lot. It has my boy Grifter in it and written by Warren Ellis. And then we got Old Guard. This is Greg Rucka, possibly, you know, top 3 comic book writers of all time in my eyes. So could be my favorite current series. And then this is the one that The Chair. It's $1. I know nothing about it, but when a comic is $1, I get it. And they were actually gone, so big shout out to John, who put one in back for me. Thanks, John. Good week.
Thank you.
Good week.
Excellent. All right, let's swing over quickly to the Golden Boy, the C-3PO of our group.
Yes.
Just because he knows every language, been in every country, experienced every book. Actually, you do have quite a few in different languages. So.
I do. You know, I'm fluent in 10,000 variant covers, too, so whatever. Let's translate that.
Yes.
All-Star Batman issue 11. You guys so sexy on the coloring. I had to get it. Jumped off the shelf. They had a black and red cover, you know, in my box, but I saw this one. I was like, I gotta switch it out. Yep. Dig the color. Up next, Rockin' with Your Girl, Batwoman, issue 4. Digging that. It's just fun. It's a fun series so far. Great character. Still sticking with Detective as well, but I love seeing her have her solo material. Loving it. Up next, you guys, The Clash of All DC. Riddler and Joker, War of the Riddles and Jokes, or whatever this is.
Yep.
Batman issue 25. I haven't even read issue 24 yet, so I'm catching up on stuff.
Is this a new arc, though, right?
Yeah, this is a new arc.
Skip that last one.
Yeah, pretty much so. Yeah.
So I'll get caught up, I promise. Of course, you guys, shout out to China the Poodle, Sam Humphreys. This is Green Lanterns issue 25. Also a Wednesday Comics recommendation. I'm so glad I jumped up. I've been on it since issue 1. Not Greg. God, why do I always say that? Sam Humphreys. I think you think Greg Horn. Sam Humphreys signed the Halloween issue of Green Lanterns. Shout out to China the Poodle, which has nothing to do with the series, and it was the best conversation ever. So
you should ask him if he can bring China over sometime.
We need China. Yeah, we need her on the show. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. All right, so up next, Power Rangers issue 16. One of my main indie titles I read. And man, it's a stretch because it's not Marvel or DC. I'm just playing with you.
I love that you're still on that, man.
And of course, I need my variant cover. So you got Green Ranger, Tommy with the ponytail. You Green Ranger life. You know all about that.
Well, you met him, hung out with him.
Yeah, so, had a few beers. Yeah. Darth Maul issue 4, way better than the Darth Vader series right now. So if you're going evil, go real evil and stick with that. Trust me, you won't regret it. X-Men Gold issue 6. Loving the Sentinel evolution depicted on the cover. Loving the content that it goes through. Which, by the way, I have something else that we'll talk about later about X-Men. The Mighty Thor, Dodderman's art, so sick, sexy, and cosmic. Tripping out, loving it. So just totally digging the series. So this next one, Mike pointed this out to me, specifically this page. But I'm like, why not? Kid's gonna be jealous, whatever. Shirtless Bear Fighter, issue 1. So a proud indie moment for me that they have books geared towards me to read. So I'm gonna enjoy this book. I'm sure it's gonna be pretty witty, I'm imagining. Finally, it's also catered to me, the rainbow covers that Image is doing. I think that's pretty cool during Pride Month. So this is Crosswind. This is issue 1. I don't care because the inside art looks fun to me because it's something different. Cool. Kind of a little bit of realism going on there. But the colors just popped out. And I know Simone, like I was talking to Mike about her, it kind of, sometimes awesome, other times. So we'll see how it plays. Will I stick with it? I don't know. So we'll see. So that's my mountain.
And your X-Men other comment, did you want to get that in, or you'll do that on a different video?
I'll do it.
Let's get it in.
Let's get it in?
All right.
Shits. I picked up a ton of back issues way back, like a couple months ago, and there's one called Team X 2000, and it talks about Bishop and Deathbird's journey past some Uncanny X-Men storyline or whatever. And Deathbird blurts out, all of our deities are female in the Shi'ar Empire, which I call bullshit because in the Mighty Thor, there was a male god. So, Marvel, get your shit together. I can't worship an alien race if you're not going to get it right. All right, so I'll just stick to idolizing the Imperial Guard, and that's your John on Demand tip for the day.
All right.
Be informed as a reader. Be informed.
Yes. Continuity king.
Yeah. Passing on the knowledge, yes. So, we'll kick it out real quick off the dollar wall. I grabbed Gamora because I'm cheap. I too agree with Tommy on Nick Fury number 3. Fun, love those beautiful colors. So long as ACO can keep making them, I'll keep reading them. Once again, because of the artist, Sijic, I decided to pick up Aquaman 25. I hope that'll be an awesome run with him. Finishing up God Country number 6. Donny Cates' last one in this run. I can't wait to see how that goes. Like John, I was tempted, and I also got Shirtless Bear Fighter. But of course, I had to disagree on the cover with him.
Yes.
I did grab also Wildstorm number 5. I didn't know hardly anything about him, but I've been loving this series. Especially, of course, John Davis Hunt art. That's what hooked me.
Good first name.
Yes, Jonna. The Mighty Thor, we find out who we got for our newest Thor that's coming in. So, can't wait to eat that one up. And speaking about eating, of course, we have Shaolin Cowboy and our delicious pork chop fighter here. This continues just to be an interesting, crazy story. And also because I'm super duper cheap, I decided for free I would snag out of the kitty section this wonderful cover. I picked up issue 1, but I'm like, my wife loves Star Trek Next Gen, and of course I had to get that sleeveless Picard one going there. So that ought to win me some points tonight. All right, otherwise, just keep remembering that we love you. We hope that you keep commenting below, that you watch, the solo adventures of Tom, the rantings of John, and then just, anybody that does happen to hang out with me, maybe we can hang out sometime in my new man cave, look over a couple comics. I hope to get these guys in there sometime, have a beer, just chill.
I cannot wait to get in there.
All right. So until then, until you ring on my doorbell, catchphrase!